Type 2 diabetes or prediabetes has tripled in the last 4 decades, and every other American and 1 in 4 children are affected by it. According to experts, the situation will worsen, and 1 in 3 Americans will develop diabetes by mid-century, and over 1/3 of all American adults are obese. Yet, you should also consider the fact that diabetes is one of the strongest drivers of our federal debt, as 1 in 3 Medicare dollars is spent on it. Diabetes, and all the accompanying health issues, ranging from mild insulin resistance and overweight to obesity and diabetes, lead to cancer, heart disease, cancer, and premature death. On the other hand, all these conditions can be prevented and reversed, even though it is hard to treat and requires maintaining long-term weight loss. Diabetes is reversible, and all its complications like kidney failure, amputation, stroke, and dementia can be prevented by leading a healthy lifestyle and consuming a healthy diet. Every American consumed 152 pounds of sugar and 146 pounds of flour annually, so this explains the high diabetes rate. Massively obese patients can reverse their diabetes in several weeks with the help of a gastric bypass. This is due to the fact that food can be a medicine or a poison, and if you start consuming the right foods, the healing of the body happens soon. The following strategies will help you prevent, treat, and reverse diabetes without drugs or surgery. Get the right nutrients. In a combination with a proper diet and lifestyle changes, supplements will make cells more sensitive to insulin and better at metabolizing sugar and fat. They will regulate blood sugar and prevent diabetes. These are the minimum recommended doses. A high-quality multivitamin and mineral supplement. 1,000 to 2,000 IUs of vitamin D3. 200 to 600 micrograms of chromium polynicotinate. 1 to 2 grams of omega-3 fatty acids. 300 to 600 milligrams of alpha-lipoic acid twice daily. 5 to 5 grams of PGX, before meals with 8 ounces of water. This is a unique type of fiber that controls appetite and blood sugar. Eliminate sugar. The consumption of empty calories and quickly absorbed sugar, refined carbohydrates, and liquid sugar calories, are converted into sugar and raise the insulin levels, causing insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. The accompanying symptoms include high blood pressure, depression, inflammation, poor sex drive, and increased cancer risk. Therefore, you need to eliminate and significantly reduce the intake of sugar in order to lower the risk of type 2 diabetes and obesity. Consume whole, unprocessed foods. To prevent or reverse diabetes and insulin resistance, you should focus on whole, unprocessed foods, which will alleviate inflammation and oxidative stress and regulate blood sugar. Your diet should be high in nuts, seeds, olive oil, colorful fruits and vegetables, omega-3 fats, legumes, and coconut butter. Whole foods stimulate the right gene messages, prevent aging and age-related diseases like heart diseases and diabetes, promote healthy metabolism, and reverse insulin resistance and diabetes. Exercise. To lower the insulin levels and balance blood sugar, you need to be physically active. Yet, this does not mean that you should spend hours in the gym, as even half an hour walking is helpful. For best effects, get the heart rate up to 70 to 80% of its maximum capacity for an hour, up to 6 times a week. Moreover, studies have shown that high-intensity interval training, HIIT, and strength training are extremely beneficial in the case of type 2 diabetes and obesity. Manage stress. Chronic stress raises the insulin and cortisol levels, as well as the inflammatory compounds, called cytokines, causing a metabolic dysfunction that causes weight gain, insulin resistance, and eventually type 2 diabetes. There is a direct link between stress, weight gain, mental disorders, and blood sugar imbalances, so it is vital to manage stress in order to regulate blood sugar and prevent or treat diabetes. Try yoga, massages, sports, meditations, and deep breathing techniques, laughing, dancing, or walking in nature. Sufficient sleep. Lack of sleep or sleep deprivation leads to improper metabolism, spikes in sugar and carb cravings, and a higher risk of diseases like type 2 diabetes. Research has shown that even a partial night's poor sleep could induce insulin resistance. Therefore, make sure you sleep 8 hours every night, in complete darkness and silence. Track your results. Researchers claim that people who measure to track their results lose twice as much weight and do twice as well. Therefore, start marking your progress in a journal and write down all information, like body weight, waist size, body mass index, BMI, and blood pressure. The effects over time are the biggest stimulation to go on and fight for your health.